for me, sometimes I always feel the sense of like, how could I have done more to my son?
Definitely schoolwork, the curriculum, is really getting so challenging and so demanding, such that it's really way beyond our ability to help him. A lot of things is actually beyond their textbooks, so we can't even find answers from the textbook.
Definitely not. Yeah, I think keeping up with what is happening in school, the school syllabus, is definitely beyond me right now.
Actually, I would say that it can get difficult at times because I'm not a school teacher, so I'm not well versed with the syllabus and so on. So as an adult, most of the time for primary school questions, you are able to get the answers. You know how to probably derive the answer on your own, but the methodology behind that and how do you explain that to a kid to make him understand, that's the part that sometimes I struggle with, whether it's maths or even English and so on.
No. Unfortunately, I am not able to assist. More or so something like, subjects like English and mother tongue, I'm able to help.
At least within the very strict or rather rigid education system we have in Singapore, to me it's getting that baseline kind of foundation knowledge in that sense. But beyond school, it's also about developing your knowledge and your skills.
Education means to me that to continue learning and to enjoy the learning.
To me, it's more of picking up a new skill set, to learn something, learn the right things in terms of knowledge-wise. I think it's important.
It means passport to greater knowledge.
To think critically, right? To be able to evaluate and make sound decisions and judgment. Yeah. And I think most importantly, having that awareness, the self-awareness to know, your own strengths and how you can actually contribute to your own growth and to help others as well.
I would say the biggest learning curve for me was that fatherhood came very early. I would believe for me more so than the rest of my peers, because Asher was born with a birth defect. I'm a very career-driven person previously, so when I always look at things, I will always think about how I want to advance my career, work a lot, even the weekend I'm chonging and everything. But then after that, when this thing happened, you suddenly realize that there's things beyond that, there's that kind of thing where you feel that sense of helplessness, where you're willing to even exchange certain things to maybe have that condition go away, and you realize that you can't do anything. And then there are things much more precious in life than just to work and earn money 100% of the time.
One of the most important things that I've learned is how to build a strong and a trusting relationship with my children, right? The other thing is knowing how to manage my own expectations and my own emotions. Managing my own expectations and my emotions are definitely key to building a strong and trusting relationship with my children.
The hardest thing about being a mom is that I am not able to spend quality time with my children because working takes most of your time, and by the time I reach home, the kids are just ready for bed.
The hardest thing about being a dad is to be able to stop worrying for them. Yeah, so no matter what, I think there will be a lot of time that you saw certain upcoming changes, then you'll be concerned in terms of like how your children will adjust to the changes.
The hardest thing about being a dad, I feel, is there's always that sense of, for me, sometimes I always feel the sense of like, how could I have done more to my son? When I was younger, I didn't have that discipline to spend more time, and then you always have that regret that what could I have done differently, and why didn't I spend more time with him when he was in his growing up phase and things like that. As I grow older, I think you also learn to accept that life is too short to keep looking back, and then you want to look forward.